Everybody, welcome back. Dicey Dungeons, episode 6 as the inventor. So you're saying there's a chance? Honestly, I just prefer shock. We may soon, may being the operative word. Yo. Thank you. We may soon be in a position, against all odds, where we might only have episode 4s remaining. How exciting is that? It might not sound exciting because episode 4 is kind of hard, but I think it's exciting. Go ahead, take capacitor. I don't think we need it as much here, and we get way more choices now. We already had an ability to create shock. Shock, with default rules, does have diminishing returns. I really want to keep Spanner, so we will yeet Staff from this one, I think. Here's the thing, with 2 shock, my man is incapable of accomplishing very much. He is going to hit us for 8, but we have full HP after this fight, so no harm, no foul. So we'll yeet Staff, and we're going to try to build a functional run here. It's so much easier now. Scrap Kettle. It does burn us. And Spanner Sword. We probably don't need Spanner and Spanner Sword, but we'll hold Scrap Kettle. Sure, 10% extra health. Strikes me as a pretty low impact rule set, from my personal opinion. Let's fight this guy. We know we're going to have some burned dice. That's par for the course. Par for the course. I mean, we might as well. And it's the most damage I think we could do. We didn't even have to use the burn dice, so I guess that's a positive. Surely, I will go ahead and tell you that I feel like... I don't want to say we're like under-equipped here, because I don't believe that that's the case. Really, the thing is, the maximum amount of damage we could do is 7. Well, actually, it's 10 if you factor this in. But for me, there's no point in taking 2 damage just to make sure Spanner Sword does 1 extra damage. I think we can easily lethal in this turn anyway. All we need is a 6. We can create a 6 in a multitude of different ways. I will spend 2 HP, unfortunately, rather than a limit break to do it this way. So what do you take? You take the kettle this time, which makes my life way easier. Blast Chiller. Here come the Blast Chiller. Hurt it up. It's a yeetable equipment. Get it up. Excuse me, Mr. Hedgehog. Still love it like that. Well, if we're gonna... Literally, Spanner Sword is just a worse... Or sorry, a better version of Spanner. We might as well go for the highest amount possible so we're closer to Blast Chiller working. We might as well take advantage of Blast Chiller as well, like, or of our limit break so we can use Blast Chiller. Forces him to roll a 1 that is not actually a 1 because apparently he's not actually frozen because that's the way that this works, but whatever. We're going to get the full HP after we kill this guy anyway. I don't think he can kill us next turn. The only thing I mean, no, there's no reason you would ever prefer Spanner to Spanner Sword, except that you could put 6s into this, but who cares? So I think we'll try to yeet Spanner, and then that allows us to hold on to another damage source. Which is, you know, I mean, it goes in that spot. We're really at a dearth of equipment right now, but if Spanner Sword does the same thing, then who cares? So we'll yeet Spanner. Definitely, I think Flamethrower is insanely good, especially in conjunction with our limit break. That's a piece of equipment I'd like to keep around. So, I don't really want to combine all dice. Would much rather hit you for 12 plus 2 burn, and also toss you a little shock. All you can do is blind me. This time, though, we can do this. I wonder, we probably could have actually gotten the lethal, but whatever. You didn't even roll any damage across 2 turns, which is honestly just really bad luck for you. But as of right now, this seems way easier than our other runs. Well, episode 5 at least. Episode 4 I don't even necessarily want to talk about. I think you can take Blast Chiller. I think it's our least reliable damage source right now. And because... I was under the impression that we were friends here, and then you go ahead and you give me something like Double Edge. It's just an insult. I would like to upgrade Flamethrower, but I want to take a look at something first. I think it takes 4 dice if you upgrade it. It does, and it becomes larger. Spanner's Sword can be used twice. Hammer becomes smaller. We definitely are not going to upgrade Double Edge. If we have to upgrade something, I hate to say it, but it should not be Flamethrower right off the bat. It should probably be Spanner's Sword. But there is a temptation as well from this shop to make... Oh, we can't... How expensive is scrap metal, dude? That's crazy talk. 4 gold for scrap metal? Are you insane? We'll take Screwdriver. And Screwdriver is something we can slot in. This doesn't bother me too much, honestly. Screwdriver is something we can slot in after we lose Double Edge. I'm very happy to see it, honestly. And we really do want to lose Double Edge. So I think I'm okay with starting here. Then I will go ahead and hit you. Well, I would like to shock one of your dice because you're counter-based. So I'm going to go ahead and hit you for 9 plus 2 burn. And then I'm going to shock a piece of equipment as well. Being able to use our 6s for, I mean, obviously, like, we have too many things that require 6s, but being able to use our 6s in order to use gadgets again is also pretty useful. This is just exquisite. Why not? So you will not die. And you will poison me. Unfortunate. In fact, you're going to poison me quite a great deal. Much to my surprise. It's alright, you're super dead. Okay, so take Double Edge, please. Because we have a Screwdriver, I think you can take the Hammer. But that's just incredibly bad luck. Encyclopedia. Get a temporary gadget once per battle. I think Stereo is a slightly spicier enemy just because of the weakness maybe leaving us below the power curve where we want to be in order to stop the enemy. But that might just be, I might be talking nonsense, honestly. So go ahead and give me one of these. Don't really care about reactivating the gadget. If it did damage, I would feel differently. I don't think we need this. I think we'll save it so we're in a better position after our next fight. But let's see how you tackle this son of a gun right here. All that to do 4 damage. So I'd love to kill you this turn. I can't. Knowing that we're going to be at full HP, never tell me the odds, dude. Please take Double Edge. I'm begging you. What can you do? I mean, there's 2 in a row where it chose the exact 3 wrong options. Well, you can't take Flamethrower, I think. I don't know, maybe you can take Flamethrower. Take Flamethrower. Screwdriver seems more reusable. It's a tough decision on all accounts. They were all bad. I don't want to lose Flamethrower either. But, I mean, I suppose it is what it is, you know? We should probably get equipment before this just in case. Counterfeit. Duplicated dice. It's very good. kind of wait on it, I think. I think we fight the vacuum first. Surely now we have to have the opportunity to lose double edge. This is a great opportunity for this right here. Might as well create a temporary gadget once per battle. Forgive me, I don't really feel like hitting myself in the face for 6 damage right now. He got a pretty bad roll, honestly, so I think we're very happy. Let's combine this and this. Let's combine this and this. We didn't get 2 dice back in return. Thank you. Honestly think that was our best option on a very, very terrible roll. Once we lose double edge, it's a huge upgrade for us because we can put literally anything else in that equipment slot. Anything that we can actually feel comfortable enough to use is a big leg up on the competition. So yes, take double edge. Good God, take double edge. Scrap bump. It's very nice to have a guarantee we won't have to get rid of something we actually like. I think Encyclopedia is absolutely garbage as well. We need something that does actual damage here. So I will buy a damage dealer. Even this I do not accept. Big stick. Problem with big stick. How are we gonna fit it into our ecosystem? Could put it in instead of counterfeit. Which just gives you thorns? I don't know, man. I guess we could just roll like this for now. Look for new equipment on the next floor. I mean, none of this stuff in there really felt that interesting to me. I don't mind enemies rolling a 6. Most enemies, it's not that bad. Some enemies, it'll be horrendous. It's a spiced option. But, you know, the devil you know sometimes better than the devil you don't. You know what I mean? So we got reduce. That's very good, because we can use our burning dice now. I'm like, we might as well use our dice first before we do our limit break. As busted as it sounds. In fact, there's no reason, like, at all to even use our limit break on this turn. We've already, like, maximized... Thank God for Spanner's sword. Or for Fury there. We've already maximized, like, the amount of damage yield we can get. So it's on the low side, don't get me wrong. So we got dodge, it's very nice. Fury is also very nice. I think we're just gonna store Fury. That way we can hit you harder next turn. And dodge the 6 on this one. That's all I ask. Huge roll. Okay. So this Fury is enormously important. You just go straight up to this one. Totally fine. Why don't you go ahead and, like, do this? Give me one of these. Give me one of these. Give me one of these. Go ahead. So, I was incorrect. I'm not ashamed to admit that I was incorrect. Just miss. Thank you. We desperately, 100% need more damage. We do not have enough damage potential right now to take out these enemies. So consider ourselves lucky to just be alive right now and have a chance to work it over. Definitely take the scrap bump. Electromagnet. Could be interesting. It's a good way to take advantage of our limit break at least. It's not reusable though, so I'm not sure about this present situation. The other thing is our current equipment loadout means that once it's gone, it's gone. But we need damage. We need damage to kill you. I think I'm willing to sack town it. We're in dire situations, so let's put everything on the line right here. We always fight the apple last. The problem, I mean, you're seeing it for yourself. You don't need me to tell you. We don't have any, like... We don't have any damage. That was, like, our ideal roll. We have a wombo combo. We did 10 damage. Incredible. Like, okay, go ahead, roll a 6. Use the 6. Roll a 6. Okay? That's it. We need something reusable to make any kind of combination happen here. And we're in... Realistically, we're in death territory here, for sure. I mean, there's nothing I could do about it, is the other thing. Like, again, using our limit break does nothing for us. If we live through this turn, which we will not, we could have made something happen there. But, yeah, this, you know, do you need me to say it? Dude, I hate the inventor. I think this run got screwed up when Double Edge didn't get taken twice in a row. And it just kind of put me behind in, like, equipment debt for longer than I'd like to admit. I still prefer Hammer. I think Hammer does beat Burn. But it's just... I just want to know what equipment I can use. I want to build a run, not constant, like, not have $3 bill for my entire life. You know what I mean? Might as well duplicate this one. Might as well duplicate this one. This is an early wombo combo. You don't see this too much. We almost got a turn 1 lethal, just due to the best roll you could ever ask for. So I'm assuming Scrapbook is gonna be yeeted and become duplicated dice, like copy of random dice. Yeah, that's fine. Wrecking Ball. I love the idea. I will yeet Hammer if necessary here, in order to try to make a Wrecking Ball shock run work. I really think it's the way to go. So 5-3 will become 6-2. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't really matter. I would love if you duplicated the 5. Oh, but we can't. Yeah, okay, hold on. Can't really do it right. I think you do this. Well, no, hold on. I think you do this. 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 Yeah, I think we got a little bit ahead of ourselves on this one. Well, he's only going to be able to do one thing. In theory, Wrecking Ball is kind of like... I thought we screwed it up. It's the sort of piece of equipment we can really build around and just get tons of value out of equipment-based stuff. So I knew it was going to happen. Go ahead, take that. Now we want to upgrade Wrecking Ball as soon as possible. Because Wrecking Ball is our only major... it's our only direct damage source. But then on top of that, it's also... it becomes reusable, I think. Five shock is a little silly, or is it? That's funny. That's... You don't even have to lie. It's always a good time. Oh. It's always a good time. The problem is, to do 8 damage to this enemy, it requires a very specific roll. Thankfully, we actually got that roll. There were a couple, we could have rolled 6s instead of 5s, but apart from that, it pretty much needed to be something along those lines. You have to take Whisper. That's not even an option. I'm real cheesed, just because of the way this floor is set up. We have to yeet one of our pieces of equipment before we get to fight again. So, we're gonna... definitely get rid of Spanner, although losing Spanner is very frustrating for me. There's nothing much I could really do about it. While still, you know, maintaining the ability of this run to function. But I will admit, it's not really where I want to be. But at the same time, it is what it is. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about it at the end of the day. Just got to accept this is the way the floor is laid out. And if we lose, then we get a little bit more justification to be angry at the way the game is made in the first place. And we get to bellyache a little bit more and in its own unique way. That's kind of interesting as well. I barely gotcha, but I gotcha. Are we at full HP? Thankfully. Please take Spanner. I hate to lose it, but it is what it is. I don't know, man. We'll take Chainsaw, but we don't really have the keys to make it work right now. But I don't think we need Doppel Dice either. So, I mean, Big Stick is direct damage. It's kind of a temptation to just take that. Won't be able to upgrade. We definitely do want to upgrade Wrecking Ball, but maybe we should have gone for the upgrade instead. I'm not sure. This will make 13. So this should make 661. Do I want to make 661? Yes. Because of that reason right there. And I mean, it might seem minor, but whoops. If you can minimize your amount of damage taken, it leaves you in a good spot. Brad. I mean, Chainsaw did just win us this fight, but it's kind of more, it's meant more for a spanner build, I think. So I'm sticking to the principle, even if the principle gets us destroyed here. And I'm honestly thinking that it may well. It may well get us destroyed. I don't know, man. This one is weird. I do not want a frozen dice. Both of you and your enemies start each fight with re-equip next. It's pretty good because we have reusable equipment. So for me, that means put this here. Oh, re-equip works correctly now. That's right, I forgot. It does change things slightly, but this is good. And really what we rely on here is... Oh, that went fantastically. What we rely on here, for sure... Excuse me, broke... Oh, once per battle, that's right. It's a high roll. It was a 5. Why not? What we rely on here is an early 4. That's definitely worth something. Apart from that, great question. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we stand on this run at all. Why don't you go ahead and, like, leather armor. You're kind of doing the same job as healing crystal. Next turn, gain 1 dice this fight and curse yourself. We don't really... it's not that we dislike extra dice, but I don't think we needed that much. Wrecking Ball getting upgraded is non-negotiable. I honestly think we might want to face the Yeti first here. I'm very scared by the Yeti's ability to freeze our dice. This scares me. So we'll Wrecking Ball. Might as well. You know what? Sure. Why not? Only 2 odds. One of them, it doesn't really matter. It requires an extra dice. Right, he had re-equip anyway. Okay, we got 1 extra dice, but we are cursed. I still think you start here. It's great news. That is what it is. I think we will go for this. Let's see how this looks. 1 odd is fantastic for me. That's a dream come true. We're not cursed on this turn, which is very nice. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Think our dream scenario is to recover 3 health to put us in a better position for our next fight. You only got 1 odd, which is, again, a dream come true. Now we want to kill you, but we want to recover as much HP as possible. So, something along those lines. I wouldn't look at this fight and be like, we got it all figured out. Like, definitely you can get rid of that. I look at this fight and I look at this run, I should say. I still have no idea where we stand. I think you can dump healing crystal, pull electromagnetic in, and now I'm like, okay, hold on. We could probably get rid of Big Stick on this one, because electromagnetic does work with Wrecking Ball. We could start to pop off here. Electromagnetic is not reusable, unfortunately, but still. So you put a 3 into Wrecking Ball. You put another 3 into Wrecking Ball. You put a 1 into Wrecking Ball. and then hit for 1. That was a relatively mediocre roll that still worked out fantastically for us. Why? What a terrible choice on your behalf. Okay, so Wrecking Ball. It's just an unbelievably good setup. Please take the thorns, and then don't make me get rid of a piece of equipment I actually like. But I will get rid of capacitor if I have to. Okay, get rid of that. Now we need to be very conscious. We constantly need to have stuff to buffer the risk of us getting rid of things that are actually irrelevant or actually relevant to us. Scrap kettle's a really nice get. If we could buy another piece of scrap, I would not mind. Even just another piece of equipment is okay. Because now, I mean, we can slot that one in at any point. If we lose it, it's absolutely not. If we lose it, it's okay. It is what it is. If we keep it, it does work with the kind of run we've been trying to build. Which one of you? There we go. Rotten apple. Start cracking first. So, scrap kettle's the first piece of equipment we're gonna yeet here. No doubt about that. No focus required. Go ahead and hit me. I'm gonna give you one of these. Should have done this slightly differently, because this is not gonna use its counter anyway. Give you one of these. Give you one of these. Still a pretty good first turn. 13 damage. Bunch of shock. We will be cursed for sure. Twice. Thanks to the re-equip. I can't be alone in thinking that, like, a double curse is not good, but it's not that bad. That's a high roll. That's fine. We knew there was a chance. Okay. How about you don't roll? Okay. 1-4 is fine. It is what it is. This hurts. The fact that you're getting so many evens so quickly, that is painful, admittedly. Okay, a 4 here is very nice. Let's just start here. We wanted to minimize the curse value. This is incredibly poor luck. We just have, you know what? Get this ready to tick over next time. No 4s, please. Thank you. Just you not having a 4 is a dream come true. But this still might be a little touchy. Okay, maybe this might give you a limit break, but do you even need it? We'll see. Okay, it's a high roll. I think it was a 4, which is actually fantastic. Beautiful. Beautiful work. Please don't kill me. That's enough evens to hit me for 12. No, but you're going to use one of them for a curse. So you will not hit me at all, which is fantastic. I only got to hit you for 7. That's not that bad. We are cursed. Is that like a freaking 1? I really wanted that to break so that we could guaranteed use this. That's okay. All is forgiven. All is forgiven. Okay, take scrap kettle. That was a very dangerous situation. Take scrap kettle. Heal me. Do not fight the rotten apple until the end. Mosquito bite is another very yeetable piece of equipment, so we're keeping that around. Tetraphobia is it fits in so nicely with the wombo combo. We're kind of saving it till we know everything's hunky-dory. But we need to obviously put out some pretty good stuff in the interim period as well. I don't mind feeding 2-2-1 into here. I think it might be the best we can get, honestly. We don't really need to make this a 6. I think we'll just get this off the ground as soon as possible. Still 11 damage turn 1. You are going to hit me for more than I'd like. Oh, no, you're not. You're just going to put on a bunch of potential thorns, which is a big surprise to me. We really want to see 4s. 4s are the perfect number. I know. I know. I'm a doctor too. We gotta keep this ticking. Can't really do anything with this. It's a race. Wish you could stop rolling 6s so much. You have no thorns now, which is beautiful. So we're gonna go 4. Gets you mighty low. Wish we could recover more HP, but it is what it is. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Go ahead and take Mosquito Bite, which gives us a great gadget, thankfully. Crack this open. Freeze a dice. Another yeetable piece of equipment that I'm happy to see. Now, against Rotten Apple is really just, you know, run your sets. So, absolutely drain. Poison's a little dangerous here. Is good. Is good. Is good. And is good. I think I'd rather freeze one, honestly. A little confusing. Interesting run. Thank God for the drain, is all I'm going to say right now. So that's big. That's big. Look, this looks weird. I think it's the right way to do it. What are you going to do? Kill me? We're going to live. We're going to live to the next floor. We're going to live to our next rule set. How exciting. Isn't that right, Zach? Okay, please take Snowflake. You could also take Health Recovery. He'll probably start you on Snowflake, honestly. And then upgrade or copy equipment. The idea of copying Wrecking Ball is kind of comical, but I don't think we have enough dice to make it work. Become smaller. Honestly, okay, I do see the value in this, but we're gonna be, this is a yeetable piece. I think we're gonna go for Capacitor, just because it does more damage. I don't think we, you know, maybe we do benefit from a smaller setup on Electromagnet. I don't know. It does allow us to put this up here. We really want to lose Healing Crystal next time, so we need a bunch of equipment to make this work. Oh, I would rather they didn't start with Fury and re-equip. Enemies will dodge your first attack every turn. It's not that bad. It might look terrible, but it's not that bad. And we can fight Cornelius last. Cornelius is just a gear check. The reason it's not that bad, I think, is because we can just use, you know, Wrecking Ball. This is just bad rolls, honestly. For 1, okay, he dodges, that's fine. Put a 3-piece in there. Put a 1-piece in there. Get a little bit of extra damage. Might as well go here. Next turn, though, we might be looking at limit breaks. We want 4s. Roll as many 4s as possible, please. So an upgraded Healing Crystal does indeed look pretty good here, but that's fine. These are, again, pretty terrible rolls. I still think you'd like 1. And then the 2. Oh, it doesn't even work. I see. And you gotta kill him at some point. It's not a good start. But, perhaps that's life. We can just roll like I was gonna say. Roll properly. All of a sudden, things don't look so bad. Why don't you start with a 3 in here? No problem. Then you get a 4. Now we're ticking. Now we can fight. Let's give him one of these. Give him one of these. Not utilizing our dice as effectively as I would like on this run. I don't know what there is to be done about it. Right now. We're almost dead. So, assuming we can kill you. Which is actually a pretty... not guaranteed assumption. I think you do it like this. 1, 3, 5, 3. Very dangerous, though. Very dangerous. The good news for us is that Cornelius is kind of... It's kind of an automatic win. So we're going to start moving in that general direction. It's an automatic win or an automatic loss, is what I mean to say. So our HP doesn't matter, is more along the lines of what I'm trying to get to. Sorry, that's not me farting, I swear. It's the armchair. Discharge. Oh, the more damage we take, the more damage Lightning Rod does. That's true. I will admit, I took it for granted. How important it actually is that enemies dodge our first attack. It's causing us all sorts of problems, dude. Honestly, for 1x, we gotta use it at some point. The value of the dice is not that valuable in most circumstances. In this one, it mattered. So we will be silenced. Doesn't really matter that much. Never mind. Kind of matters a lot, actually. Are we gonna... I think we go without regen on this turn. He dodged twice. I don't know why I'm mad. It definitely, like, actually makes sense. You're gonna silence me again, and then you're gonna dodge. Okay, so you're gonna dodge 2 attacks. But it's not actually, like, life's not getting that much harder for us right now. Just get, I think you just yeet 2 attacks out there, like, immediately. And then, you got a little bit left to work with here. You might as well get Electromagnet a little closer. You love to see low odds against this guy. We're silenced, and he will not be dodging. No, not more than usual, at least. So he's dodging 1. So you definitely just go, yeah? Yeah. I still don't believe you're gonna be killed. It's very surprising me. I was literally, the words about to pass through my lips were please no 5s. I can't believe he silenced us on every turn as well. You're still super dead, just for the record. You really screwed up Lightning Rod for me, though. I mean, just in general, you kind of screwed up the whole freaking run. So go ahead and take Lightning Rod. I hardly knew it. Counterfeit. Duplicating a dice is actually real good for us. I think we fight Cornelius first. Because I think we'll just die if we fight the other enemy. We might as well at least try to make something happen here, right? So, I wish it shocked. The poison is indeed very painful. Definitely dupe the 4. And we get re-equipped. So why don't you go ahead and do it like that. So if you dodge an attack, I think you should dodge this one. That way we at least get the benefit of the counter on these. And honestly, the shock is really gonna hold him back a little bit. At least it's gonna make him appear to be 1 turn behind where he wants to be. So I think you still do the same thing. Even though it won't manage to work, you really want to make sure you're incrementing the counters with Wrecking Ball whenever possible. Hello, Tomo. I got low chances. I got low optimism, I think, about our abilities here, but Shock definitely screws this guy's life up. In fact, if anything, kind of the unfortunate part is that after this, we're going to have a major decision in front of us. And the major decision is, do we fight the cardboard box princess, or do we just try to fight the final boss with less than full HP and without getting the level? I'll spoil it for you. We're not gonna skip cardboard box. Although it might be the right option, I think I need the level to full HP, another dice if possible, etc. Access to the shop. You get the idea. But this has been encouraging. Let's put it that way. This has made me feel like we actually have like an okay chance to get the job done. This is a good fight. I still... Oh yes, absolutely. It's still hard for me to picture a world in which we don't die to the Paper Knight, but this is a reasonably good effort even if we do die. So duplicate all dice is like, it's a little disgusting. I love it. So why don't you go ahead, start me with Tetraphobia. You'll dodge that. Then we'll put a Wrecking Ball on you. Then we'll put one of these on you. And then honestly, this is where it gets real spicy. It was a 24 damage, 5 shock turn 1. Let's see how things look here. You hate to see those evens, brother. Oh no! The re-equip. Still, a good attempt was made. We made it to the enemy that is just before the final boss. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.